Evening everybody, Rich here, back for part 2 of this RMS Celtic tutorial. Today's main focus will be the main hull of the ship, which will be the black section as you can see on the prototype over there. Quite a large chunk of things to do, and it'll be confusing because of how I've designed it and how I've written my notes down, which is, it's a riddle on its own. But anyway, what I'm going to do, I'm going to build the hull in white. Although it's black, I'm going to build it in white so you can see and I can see how it's all built. Because when you build it in black, the light source isn't all that good. It tends to be a bit difficult to see. So I'm going to build it in white, but you build it in black, and hopefully that will all be alright. But I'll build it in white and then I'll change it to black afterwards anyway, so you'll see how it all looks as and when it's done. And I'm only going to focus on one side. I'm going to do like I did yesterday. I'm going to do one side of the keel and then copy paste to the other side just to save a bit of time. So I'm going to just focus on the left hand side of the ship. So I'm going to bring up the things again. I'm going to use white quartz blocks for this, but you build it in black. Just thought I'd get that out of the way. Right, so for the first 4 sections, so from the tip of the bow here, for the first 1, 2, 3, 4 sections, they're going to be the same, and they're going to be build straight up 7. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then 3. 1, 2, 3, and that's the first point of your bow. And then for the next 3 sections, it's the same. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Piss. Come on, get up, get up. There we go. Right. So where were we? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3. We're only 5 seconds into the build and already I fucked up. Right. So here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3. Nope, 3 that way. There we go. And then the last one, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1, 2, 2, 3, like that. So there we go. There's the first 4 sections. Just scratch my head. And then after that, for the next 4 sections, so that's 5, 6, 7, and 8, going to be the same design again, and this is going to be up 6. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then up 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 1 on the end. And that for the next 3 sections. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, and then the last one, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1. And that is 8 sections done now, so that's 4 of one and 4 of the other. And now for section 9, 10, and 11, that's 3 sections. I'm going to build up 5, so you go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then up 3, 1, 2, 3, and then up 3 again, 1, 2, 3, 3 that way, and then 1. So there we go. So this is for the next 3 sections. So that's section 9, 10, and 11. So we're just under section 10 now. So it's up 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 3, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3 again, 1, 2, 3, and then 1. And then the next section, number 11, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and then 1. So that is 11 sections done. Now for section 12 is on its own section, a standalone section, and it is up 3, 4 times. So it's 4 times 3. Or is it 3 times? No, it's 4 times 3, and I just changed the bloody weather. So it's up 3 times 4, so it's 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, like that. I think that's how it is. 3, 3, 3, 3, so it's 4 rows of 3. Just bear with me on this one. I can't remember why I'm writing it down. It's either 3 rows of 4 or 4 rows of 3. I can't remember. Anyway, let's go over here. This is what confuses me. I don't think it really makes much difference if it's 3 rows or 4 rows of either. But we'll have a look. I'll have to do this on the other side because of the way I've painted it. I've got the other side of this thing in white for me to white this one out. So it was 3, 3, 3, 3. And that's fine, yes, that's alright. Yeah, that's how it should be. Right, so just apologies there because I was a bit confused, but now we're flying back. Is there a way of going faster? I don't know, but we've got through that part. Right, so there we go. That was section 12. Now to section 13, 14 and 15. Just bear with me a second while I sort out the recording program. Right, so that's all sorted now. Where were we? Oh yes, section 13, 14 and 15. We're going to be up, let me see, it's up 3, so go 1, 2, 3. And then forward 2, so it's 2 that way. And then forward 2 again, so 1, 2 like that. And it's forward 2 again, so 2 like that. So it's up 3, forward 2, forward 2, forward 2, and then we go up 2. Then up 3, 1, 2, 3, and then 1. God, that's confusing. But anyway, that's for the next 3 sections. That's row 13. So row 14 is the same. So go up 1, 2, 3, and forward 2, forward 2, and then forward 2, and then forward 2, and then up 2, and then up 3. 1, 2, 3, 3 like that, and then 1 on the end. God, I've designed this bad. Right, now the next one is the same as well. So it's up 3, and then forward 2, and then forward 2, and then forward 2, like so, and then up 3, 1, 2, 3, and then up 2, and then 1. And that should, in theory, look something like that. Right, now the final row, which is row 16. Right, it'll be forward 2, so 2, 2, and then forward 3, 3 like that, and then forward 2, and then forward 2, and then up 2, and then up 3, 1, 2, 3, and then 1. And yeah, that's fine. So that's all lined up there. God, this is confusing. This is why I don't normally like doing complex bales, because everything is all arse about face. But hey ho, there we go. Pardon me. So yeah, that's that bit done. So what I'm going to do now, just head to the inside and just fill in the gaps. Like I said, I build it in white, but when I get near the end, I'll change it to black just to make it all look normal. But anyway, go on the inside and just fill in the gaps between each section that we built to make it a bit more watertight. Like so. This is usually one of the more boring jobs, apart from filling in the decks. So there's a few sections done, and a couple more. So if we found the bow confusing, the stern's going to be even worse, because I had trouble writing the things down, yet alone building it. But we'll see when we get there. Just fill in all these bits. Like so, I could do a jump cut, I suppose, but I'm here now, I might as well finish it all. One more section to go. Apologies for this, it's taking a bit of time, but never mind. There's always the fast forward tool, isn't there? Right, there we go, that's all the bow done. And it should, in theory, look something like that. So the next job we want to do is on the top row of the last row, we're basically row 16. Along the top row, you want to build back another 18 blocks. So along the top row, we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, like that. And then build down to the deck below. Now the 18, the top line there, that 18 row of blocks, is the highest point of the black section. When you go to build the rest of the hull will only be up to this point. It'll only be one block low. Well, it'll be one block lower than the top line, because then from there it will be replaced with white. This will all be black, of course, but there'll be a white line that goes in that space there. So I'll worry about that in a minute. But all this space in here, we just fill in with well, I'll fill in with whatever colour I'm using, whatever colour you're using. Just fill it in with either black or white, whichever colour you're using. So just fill it in as quick as I can. I'm using world edits. This may not work, so I go from there down to here. There we go. Set coordinates. There we go. That's all filled in there. So that's that section done there. So that's all filled in. And then, like I said, from this line here, when you build the hull all the way back, it go from this point. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to change the colour of the bow now to the proper colour. So I go from that point there to the front, and I just change it to black. So get that bit out of the way. So I go from the front end to the back end. Down to here, and we go replace. Let's spell it right. Replace coordinates with black. And there we go. That's all replaced now. So that's how it should look, and it's all in black. Alright, so now what we're going to do is build the rest of the hull, basically the side, all the way down to all the way to the end of the outside edge, basically where the hull starts to curve back in again. So I'll go from the top, from the top line, but instead of being at the top line, it'd be one block below the top line. So you go from one block below, and then build all the way back. So I just build a line, and then I fill in the rest with weld edit. So just build all the way down, basically to the end of the outside edge here. And now it's bloody raining, which doesn't help. How do I set the weather again? So I can set the daylight, I just can't set the bloody weather. I just build all the way down this line here. Are we nearly there? Nearly there. Just build all the way down to the end. Right, there we are. Just overrun a few. So right at the end of the outside edge here, we just build up or down to join the two bits together without falling to our deaths. Up to there. So there we go. That's all joined together. So that's from the row down from the front end all the way to the back end now to the end of that outside edge. Now just fill in the rest with the weld edit just to fill that all in, so it's all black. Just fill in the hull there, so get up to there, and we'll set. Oh, for fuck's sake! Set it as black, not bloody quartz. Right, set as black. Well, I'll show you. I'll show you anyway. Well, it's all done. When it's filled in, it should look something like that. Although it will be black. You know, just to get that point in there. But anyway, I go and set it as black. There we go. That's all black now. Up to the end. Right, so when we go to build the bow, build the rest of the hull now, what you want to do is build a line of white all the way along the top of that now. So use our quartz, and where the bow dips, well, where the hull dips down one block, in that space there, you just want to build the white line now all the way along the side. So we just build the white line all the way along the top, because this would be the base of the superstructure, and where all the pillars are that attached to. So we just build all the way along the side here, all the way down to the end of the outside of the stern. You can see on the outside edge, you can see the white line just below all the pillars, goes all the way up to the stern. So this will be that bit there. And the white line will go all the way around the stern as well. So, oh, hang on, gone too far. Right, so there we go, up to the end there. And just bear with me a second while I adjust things again. Right, everything's all set now. The fraps is working again. So now we're on to the confusing part. So I'm going back to the colour white now to build the rest of this thing. The frame rate has just jumped up by 30, so things may go a bit silly, but hopefully everything will be fine. Anyway, like I said, I'm going to go from the colour white now. We're going to go from the bottom of the edge of the black now. So we've got the black section all here. So from the back end, we're going to go we're just basically building. When I say forward, I'm actually building backwards. So we're not building that way, building this way. But we'll go forward 2, or 1 rather, because I got that one there. So it's forward 1 like that, and then 2, and then 3, and then 3, and then 2. This is where it gets confusing. And then 2 again, and then up 3. 1, 2, 3. And then we build the top line of the hull and where it curves around the stern. So this is where it gets a bit silly. Right, so now you want to build 15, so it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. And then you want to build 14, so go on the inside and go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. And then on the inside again we go 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then 3. 1, 2, 3. And then 2. And then 2 again. And a change of the direction, we go 2 this way. And then 3. 1, 2, 3. And then 3 again. 1, 2, 3. And then you should be 1 block away from the center line. So what you want to do is just add another coloured block. I use red to mark the center. So there we are at the center line there. And that is how it should look. Or in theory anyway. So the curve, the stern is curving inwards and around the end there. Alright, so like I said, it is a bit confusing. And this top line will remain white. Because you can see it is the same height as the white line on the side there. So the top line we just built will be white permanently, but everything below that will be returned to black at a later time. Right, so now the next line, which would be row number 2. So done row number 1, which is that line there. So now under row number 2, and find it, we're going to go forward 2, and then up 2, like that. So it's forward 2, then up 2, and then forward 2 again, I think, and then we go 3 more rows of 2, so it's 2, 2, and then 2 like that, and then up 2 like that, and then after that you just want to trace along the inside of the top line. So we just build along, and then we just trace along the inside of the inside of the top line. So you can see we're just tracing along, and just carry on round all the way around to the center. Like so, up to the center line like that. So there we are, that's all traced in like that. And then for the next line, which is section 3, and I haven't really not written this down very well because it's a bit hit and miss. So bear with me a second while I just read this. Right, so there we go. Okay, so now from section 3 to 8 basically. So it's the next 5 sections. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 sections. They're going to be the same, and they're going to be hang on a sec. So what? Yeah, well, I've written this down is a bit confusing. Basically, we're just doing the same thing as before on row 2, but instead of building 2 at the bottom like that, we're just going to go straight up from the bottom. So it's basically 3 up, and then 2, 2, 2, and then 2 again, and then up 1 like that, and then we trace again the line underneath. So it's, like I said, it is confusing how I've done this, and I'm not really doing it all that well. So you're probably a better builder than I am, so it's all open to adjustment. If you want to readjust it and redesign it, then by all means do so, because it'll probably end up better than how I'm explaining it. So yeah, it's open to interpretation, if you like. Anyway, we're up to the center line there. So that's the second row down, second row like that. But the next row is the last row. So I think it's 3 rows down we go. Looking at the stern over the one over there, I think that's all right. So the next row along is the same again. We just go up up 3 like that, and then 2. Basically all the way up to the top now. So there we go, up to the top there, I think. And we leave that one there, and we just go from the inside now, if I can get in there, and then we trace again the inside line. And yeah, like I said, it is very confusing how I've done this. I'm not doing it all that well, and there we go, up to the center line there. So that's all the stern design done, I think. Yeah, so we don't need to do any more tracing there. So basically, from each row now, we just want to do the same design. So that's 1, 2 done. So the next three rows, just do the same again. So it's up 3, and then up 2, and then like that, basically joining to each section. So it's on the next line, up 3, 2, 2, like that, up to each section, adding an extra block as and where you need to. So that's, how many rows is that? That's 1, 2, 3, 4, and then on the 5th row, just do the same again, 3, and then 2, 2, and then 1, like that. And it should look something like that. So now what we're going to do is skip to the end now, skip to the tail end of the hull. We're just going to build on the last 6 sections, from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 sections are just going to be 5 blocks straight up. So you just go 2, 3, 4, 5, and that should be the same height as the bottom, or at least connected to the bottom of the upper section. So it's basically just 5 blocks up. So I just do the same on all 6 sections, like so. And then for the last few sections in between, you can interpret this A light. So just sort of we go up 3, 2, 2, 1. We just do the same thing as before. Just go 3 up, and then 2, 2, 1, and also 3, 2, 2, like that. And it all joins together like that. So like I said, not explaining it very well, but you sort of get a rough idea, and you probably could do a better job than I can. But there we go, that's that bit all done. So what I'm going to do now is just head back to the this gap here, and we're just going to connect the back end of the outside edge to the other part there. So there we go, that's that section all filled in there. Well, not filled in, but it's connected anyway. And go on the inside of the hull, and we'll just fill in the gaps between each section like we did before on the bow. Just fill in each section like so. Another one of those time-consuming jobs which really don't need to be thought about too much. And like I said, just fill in all the gaps. Nearly there. Nearly there. And there we go, that's that part all done. And then the last job is just to fill in this section here between the black and the white, although you're probably all building it in black anyway. And there we go, that section's all filled in. So like I said, the top line of this stern section will remain white, but the rest of it will be black when I change it, but we'll get to that in a minute. So the next job is just to fill in the gap between the top section and the bottom section here. Just basically just fill in the gaps along the tops here to create the the joining of the stern basically. Oh, not too far, so now up to the centre. So that's that all done there, and it's pissing with rain, so I just changed the weather to clear again. And we'll look underneath, and it should all look something like that. Not too special, but it works nonetheless. So now what I'm going to do is just change all the white to black, except the top line, and you'll see how it's all, or how it should all look. So just go from the centre there at the back, round to the side here, and change it all to the right colour. So it's quartz to white. So to there. Oh shit, done the wrong thing. Gotta go back again. As well that it tore the pain in the ass right up to there. Move back a bit and we just change, replace quartz with black. And there we go, that's that all done. And that's how it should look. So we've got the top line which is all white and the rest of it is all black. So that's the stern all done and the bow all done. So that's how the hull should look when it's all done, at least on one side. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to do a quick jump cut while I copy and paste the other side, and we should all be okay. So I'll return in just a moment. Okay, back again. Now that's both sides all cut and pasted all together now, so now the hull should look something like this. Although you can't really see the full length of the ship because the render distance has been reduced because of the huge lag I've been getting, but you can get a rough idea of how the ship should look. So you got the full length in there now. Got the white line along the top, and that will prepare us for the superstructure. Now I was going to add the top deck to this section of the ship, but I won't bother with it today because of veering issues. What are those weird shadows down here? What's going on down here? That is weird. How do we sort that out? I believe we need a torch. Is there a torch? If you stick a torch on it, it might work. Will a torch sort this problem out? Yeah, that's better. Well, it's a bit better, but hey ho, there we go. So anyway, the light is a bit pissed down here, so I don't understand that. But on this side, the light is alright. So we'll go from this side. That's better. Right, so there we go. That's that all done. So I was gonna, like I said, add the main deck to the ship, but as I'm running out of time, I'm not gonna bother. I'll do that in the first part of part 3. And then we can start the superstructure. The superstructure is sort of goes in one big chunk and then 3 little chunks, as you can see, or 4 little chunks if you like, because it's sort of like little buildings, you know, sort of towers in the middle of on the ship. You've got a big building and then 4 little ones, sort of like a neighbourhood if you like, more than the ship. But we'll sort that out as and when we get to it. But anyway, that's the hull all done, and that's sort of the hard part done. Really, there isn't much more farthousing about than that. So yeah, getting all the way done. So anyway, that's it for part 2. So for part 3, like I said, it'll be the main deck and the beginnings of the superstructure, and we'll leave it at that. So this is Rich signing off, logging off, and disappearing, and I shall return in part 3. So bye for now.